what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight we are going to be talking about the tragic end of Miss Corneshia Butler's life. Now, Corneshia Butler was a person who was very bright. She was the life of the party, and her life was tragically ended by a toxic, jealous ex. Now, Corneshia is the one that you see on the left with the fedora, and the crazy toxic ex is the one that you see with the dreads right next to her. Now, I'm going to be going through what happened in this story and bringing you guys up to speed. Now, from my understanding, Corneshia and her ex are both from Memphis, and they both migrated to Atlanta. Now, Corneshia was trying to basically get a brighter light for her children and provide a better life for them before she was tragically taken away. Now, there was a video posted by a YouTuber by the name of Deep Info, and they provided photos of the crime scene. Now, I can't verify if these are the actual crime scene, but they said that these were the crime scenes. So I'm going to read to you guys what happened. So on November 16th, 2022, the victim, Corneshia Butler, who is from Memphis, was murdered by her toxic ex-girlfriend. The same woman that went to her home back in October 2021 and set her pink Mercedes car and her pink Jeep on fire. The suspect's name is, I believe, Shakila or something like that. And it says right here that she's from Atlanta, but I would also have conflicting stories that she was also from Memphis as well, but currently residing in Atlanta. She killed the victim, Corneshia, out of pure hate/jealousy. She was mad because Corneshia had moved on and was doing good for herself and her kids, and the suspect, Kayla, couldn't stand to see that she was happy and was living a peaceful, successful life without her in the picture. So she was trying to do everything in her power to destroy her life and her peace. I really hate that this happened to Corneshia, though, because she got kids, and because this is one selfish person's actions, her kids, they're going to be the ones that's going to suffer the most the end. Now, this was written by DeAndre Smith, and he basically was laying out the synopsis of her tragic end. But to bring you guys up to speed, like he said, this did not just happen on November 16th. She has been dealing with this toxic ex since last year. So according to social media, Corneshia had been dealing with this woman, Kayla, Shakia, or whatever her name is, for quite some time. Around last year in September was the first incident that I seen documented on social media that she was trying to get away from this toxic ex. So she was driving along the road, and her ex came beside her and basically tried to run her off the road. She confided in her friend and told them all about it. And this happened September 13th, 2021. So as you see here in this message, it says, Shakayla tried to run off the road. And so her friend was like, what you mean she tried to hurt herself, or she tried to run you off the road? She's here? Her friend said, Corneshia responded to her friend, and she said, girl, yes. She hit my car both ways. So her friend told her, B, I told you to stop messing with that crazy girl. Is your dude here? She said, I have not been messing with her, and he's not. So her friend was talking to her about this incident, and she's like, what the heck is going on? She tried to run you off the road. She hit your car both ways. Like, what is happening? So Corneshia then showed her friend the damage of her basically damaging her car by trying to hit her and run her off the road. Now, shortly after this incident, there was another incident where the crazy ex-girlfriend, who is this woman right here with the dreads, she elevated her crime. Now, she went from trying to scare her and run her off the road to then doing grand larceny. She arrived at Corneshia's home and she decided her pink Mercedes and her pink Jeep that she wanted to set them ablaze. She wanted to set them on fire, and that's just what she did. So on let's get the date, September 25th, she came to her home and set her items on fire. And in addition to her setting her items on fire, she also sent very threatening texts to her. So as you can see right here, this is photos of her Mercedes, and you also see photos of her Jeep. And she set them on fire and let Corneshia know last year that she was going to also be dead soon in addition. So in addition to that, she followed it up with these texts and she told her the following. She said, okay, pay your insurance. Ask her then. Worry about it, not me. Keep talking. Yep, my mind made up. You'll be dead soon. So keep talking. That's what I want you to do. I'm going for first degree and not second. I stamped that. LOL. Yep. It's all fun and jokes until you scared for life, huh? Now show the police these messages. Okay? So she sent these threatening messages right after she had basically set her two cars ablaze. Okay? She set her cars ablaze. Now, after this, she was booked for grand larceny. Okay? So she was booked by Fulton County, and she was booked on charges of aggravated assault, arson in the first degree, criminal damage to property, and terroristic threats. And this was on October 4th of 2021. Now, sometime between October 4th and 2021 and this year in November, they ended up somehow getting back together. I'm gonna pull the booking information on the screen for you guys. Hold on one second. Let me pull that on the screen. So as you see here, hold on, wait, let me pull it on the screen. All right. So let me make it bigger. So as you see here, her name is Shakia or Kyla, whatever, Perkins, and she was booked on October 4th, 2021, and these were her charges. She got booked for aggravated assault. She got booked for arson in the first degree. She got booked for criminal damage to property, and she also got booked for terroristic threats, and that is a felony. Now, we all know that sometimes in these domestic situations, the women sometimes go back. So on Valentine's Day this year, 2022, it appears by a social media post that Corneshia Butler, after she had tried to run her off the road, after she set her car on fire and told her that she would be dead soon, she then rekindled the relationship with this Shakayla woman. So Shakayla posted on this year of Valentine's Day that Corneshia was basically the love of her life. She was her wife, and that they are celebrating 6 years. So let me pull that post up, and then we're going to go forward with the story. All right. So this post right here was posted February of this year. This is the murderer, Shakayla, and this is the victim, Corneshia. And in the caption of the post, hold on, let me try to show the full thing. All right, there we go. You guys should be able to see the full thing right here. All right, so it's a picture, it's a video of them two together. And in the caption of the video of them two together, hold on. All right. So in the caption of the post, and this was this year, let me put my thing over it. So as you see the date, Monday, February 14th, 2022, 7:35 a.m. This is what it says. It says, "Happy Valentine's Day to my sweet and sour wife. Us against the world. Remember that. 6 years of toxic love. I wouldn't do it with nobody else but you, my love." Okay? So she says, we have had 6 years of toxic love, and she wouldn't do it with anyone else but Corneshia. Now, sometime between this February 14th post and yesterday, November 16th, 2022, Corneshia Butler lost her life. Now, it is reported that the ex, Shakayla, or whatever her name is, because it looks like it's written Shakia, but she's going by Shakayla. She decided to end her life. Now, there was a lot of people who started to basically send their condolences, and it's even crazy because in the midst of last year when all this happened and she had burned her cars, she had tried to run her off the road, Corneshia was granted a restraining order from her. The courts had wrote her and basically told her as of last year she was granted a restraining order. But if you deal with the person who you have a restraining order against, that kind of voids it, and it's a sticky situation. So what is being reported is that Corneshia was a mother of four, okay? So she was a mother of four children. She loved the color pink. And on the day of her demise, her youngest child is 2 years old. I think it's like a 2-year-old boy. She has like 3 girls, and I think the youngest is like a 2-year-old boy. Yesterday, from what is being reported, is that she had her 2-year-old son in her presence, and this incident went on in front of her children, or her child, her 2-year-old. It is being reported that the ex went and unalived her in front of her child because Corneshia had moved on. Now, back in October of this year, she was happy to have new beginnings. She had went to social media and she had basically bragged that she had got a place and she was able to put her and her children in it. So this is a post that she had put on social media, and she said, I've been in Atlanta going on 2 years. The best decision we could have made. Just put me and my family in a 5 bedroom, 3 full bathroom with a 2 car garage house. My kids been through hell and back with me. It's only right that I give them the life that I never had. And she shows that I guess she got another pink BMW, okay? And she showed this house that she was going to be having with her 4 children. Now, she did not fulfill what she intended to fulfill of giving them a better life, because her life came to a tragic end by the hands of a toxic, jealous ex. There were several friends of hers who basically lended their condolences. There was friends who shared text messages of times when she was scared of her ex. There was friends who said the following. So a friend by the name of Jay Richards said, "Seeing them roll you out your house like that is an image I will never forget. Sister, you was a boss. The only woman I can ever call a Barbie because you lived up to that. One HE double hockey sticks of a mama, the baddest to ever do it. I know God don't make no mistakes, but I promise this caught me blindsided. To go from talking to you, if not every day or every other day, to now I will never hear your voice, man. The secrets, the ish we done been through almost 17 years of friendship. From ups to downs, you was gon' forever be my sister girl. I'm sorry, I wish I was there to protect you or even take a bullet for you. This ish hurts. I don't even think I will ever be the same. I love you forever, past death." Okay? So another friend says, crazy, because we was so excited about moving. I was literally there every step of the way. I helped you. I told you who to go through. I helped you furnish your whole house. I told you girls' night at your place soon. You said okay, stank whenever. Now look, Corneshia, this was not supposed to happen. You was the only person out of my 3 years living here in Atlanta that I truly called a friend. You definitely held that friend title down for sure. We was so damn slow together. Gee, I'ma miss you so damn bad, Nisha. Now, who I'ma go out with? Who I'ma talk to about business ideas? Like, girl, who do you want me to talk to? Nisha, what about that pink food truck you was about to get? Yeah, you even said, friend, we can do that together. You was gonna kick it off and told me whenever I wanted to make some money, I get on there with you. Never left me out, G. You always made sure anything that came to money, we was gonna get that ish together. A friend I never had. Honestly, it's like my whole 31 years of living, God knew to send you my way. We never missed a morning. You be like, good morning, Stank. Even when we left the bar, you would say, friend, I love you. Make sure you call me when you get home. Nisha, I never had that before. You broke me forever, girl, and I hate our friendship was cut so short. I'ma celebrate you forever. Love you, Stank. Okay, so another person sent their condolences, and they said, my sister, my twin, my ribs. My mama, my other half of me. My scar from this is deep and probably can't be fixed. I love you more than anything. I'm supposed to be your protection. I remember you told me you'll have my back through whatever. Now I'm here breaking down in tears. You helped me become who I am today. You got me my first hustle car, house, and you told me you will never leave me out. When I was 17, mama had her stroke. You told us you had us all. That day forward, and you showed me you had us. I got all my advice from you. I called you every other day just to check on you. Wanted to move to Atlanta and live your dream. You always talked about taking care of family. You was the only person I know I had in my corner, no question. First pops, then 3 months later, I'm hurt. Knowing you ain't coming back takes my life away. You was my life, my mama, my only girl. The family is hurt, Nene. I don't think I'll ever be the same again, Nisha. I love you with all my heart. I'll do whatever to have you back on this earth. We need you. Okay? And this sounds like this is coming from her brother. Um, Another person who was in her life says, "Girl, you would talk so bad about me if you were to see my eyes. I literally cannot stop crying. I cannot even believe it. Main girl, it's I guess TS. What is TS abbreviation? I don't know. It hurts so bad. I love you forever and ever, Corneshia. My first cousin, more like my sister, the life of the party, a vibe by all herself. Everybody keeps saying, get your rest. It wasn't your time, man. I hate to question God, but it's hard. Okay, and she shared text messages that they had together. She shared photos of Corneshia's 4 beautiful children and Corneshia. So another person wrote, "You got me so stuck, girl. I can hear you talking ish about going viral. Everybody posting you, but not in this way. Girl, I'm constantly checking our group chat. We weren't ready for this. My heart hurt. My eyes hurt. Everything hurt." Okay? And there was several messages of people calling them the toxics. There was several messages of the threats. It says, "Dang, the woman that burned up her Mercedes and her Jeep and later killed her was her ex, a stud named Kayla. And she killed her because of jealousy. Her ex couldn't let her go, and she was mad because she moved on and was doing good. I hate it for her kids." Okay. And if you put in her name into Facebook, so many posts will pop up. So I just wanted to come to you guys and give you guys that post about her. A lot of people are mourning the loss of women every day, tragically lost by a partner or someone they know every day. I want to say back in 2020, there was a statistic done. I couldn't get an updated statistic of 2021 or 2022 as 2022 is still going. But in 2020, the year 2020, it was estimated that black women and black girls died on average of 4 a day. That was a combination of black women and black girls in 2020. I can only imagine that that number has probably raised. Okay? So while we mourn the tragedies of social media, a lot of people mourning the loss of Shanquilla Robinson. There are several other black women who are also tragically losing their life, and their situations deserve attention. Now, I've seen a heightened number of bloggers who normally never talk about the tragedies that black women face, sharing the plight and the tragedy of Shanquilla. I hope and urge these bloggers who are bringing light to Shanquilla would also take use of their platforms and shed light on the other black women who lose their lives, and their lives are not as popularly shown around social media. Okay? All of these women deserve their stories told. And me, as a single blogger, I'm not able to share each and every story myself. So if there are other bloggers who normally do celebrity news, who never pay attention to these type of stories, if more bloggers can also share these stories not just when they're popular to do, and shed light on these stories, that would be absolutely amazing, because there are several black women who are losing their life day in and day out. Okay? And they're not getting popular media coverage. They're not making the blogs. They're not making the shade room. They're not making these popular news stations. So if we can continue to shed lights on the tragedies being done by the hands of black women, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you to the night owl who sent this story to me. And thank you to the many night owls who constantly send me these stories. Again, I'm only one blogger who is the mother of a 9-year-old girl. So I can't get to each and every story myself, as I don't have a team. However, the more that we shed light on these tragedies, the more platforms that these tragedies reach, the better. Okay? And on that note, I will end this video. My condolences go out to Corneshia Butler. My condolences go out to her 4 children who are now left without a mother. One of her children, I believe when I was reading through, one of the children that she had, they also recently just lost a father. So just months ago, one of Corneshia's children's fathers passed away. Now, in addition, she is now gone too. So, I just say a prayer over everyone, and you know, hopefully something can change. A lot of people glorify violence, and they glorify, assaults, and they think it's funny, and they think it's entertaining when it's not a murder at the end of it. And my stand and position is the same. If you are against violence, if you are against tragedies, if you are against injustices against black women, don't cheer on when you see black women assaulting other black women. Don't cheer on when you see different assaults happen just because it didn't end in a murder. I seen a lot of people in my last video who was like, you can't compare Krishan Rock. Krishan Rock is apples to oranges. And in my opinion, I think it's absolutely not. If we're going to stand against violence, if we're going to take a stand and we're going to say it's absolutely horrible to attack people, we have to have that stance through and through. We cannot sit here and glamorize it because a light-skinned girl with one tooth is beating up people, but then the same people that's glamorizing it on her doing it are acting so completely outraged when it results in a tragedy. It can result in a tragedy at any moment. Blueface himself is facing attempted murder. He shot inside a vehicle. Now, the vehicle looked like they were trying to drive towards them, and a vehicle can also be a deadly weapon. But these instances can easily go from entertaining to tragedy real fast. So if your stance is you do not like to see violence, don't cherry pick and say, oh, well, it's okay because Krishan entertains me and she's funny because, she socks people and she can fight. But then you want to act extremely outraged when a person is dead by the hands of somebody assaulting them. Have a moral compass through and through. Don't cherry pick when you feel like, okay, I'm entertained here, but now I'm outraged here. Because in the blink of an eye, a tragedy can happen in any of these instances. A lot of people on my last video, they were like, you can't bring up Krishan because these girls signed up for a show. They signed up to do this show and I'm entertained by it. Okay, well, if violence is your entertainment, just know that your entertainment can also come with a tragedy at the end. So when there is a tragedy, don't act outraged because you like violence. It's your entertainment. Don't act like it's entertainment on one hand, but then it's completely you're completely outraged on the other hand. It's one or the other. It's not both. Because you think when these girls are signing up to go on Zeus, do you really think that they're going under full medical evaluations? I doubt it. I don't know their contracts and I can't say for certain, but I doubt it. I doubt that before they go on Zeus, they're getting complete CAT scans, medical scans, and seeing their medical diagnosis to find out if they have aneurysms, to find out that they have any medical conditions that can result in death from a blow to the head. Again, I don't know what their contracts look like, but I doubt it. So, as you're cheering on all of these fights, just know that a tragedy could happen, okay? Any moment. There's people who have undiagnosed situations going on, and a simple blow to the head can result in them being dead. So if you have a moral compass, stick by it. Be outraged all the time, not cherry pick sometimes. Okay? That's all for this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next